hip hop, hip hop,
Yeah,
hip hop, hip
bars
hop,
is back.
hip hop,
SamAnt
hop,
O'God,
hop,
what's
hip
up with you?
hop.
I done watched them niggas do interview after interview. They not culture vultures, the culture.
You don't mind me asking?
Oh man, see, yeah, my relationship with ODB was different in the clan. You know what I'm saying? I was like his voice of reason. You know what I'm saying? And he hated that shit. It was more or less like I knew when he was about to do some dumb shit or do some crazy shit or wild out or whatever it was. But you know, when I get him on the one-on-ones, I'm telling him, listen, bro, like, you know, you got the greatest opportunity out there. I'm trying to earn my name still. I'm Inspectah Deck from the Wu-Tang Clan, but they don't really know me yet. You know what I'm saying? They out there for you, bro. They embrace you, they love you, give them something. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm that dude. Like, take advantage of the moment. You know what I'm saying? You know, when Dirty's like, man, I want to hear that shit, bro. I want to hear that Malcolm X shit. You know what I'm saying? But
getting rocking with the man, Inspectah Deck from the Wu-Tang Clan, man, on this great review of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast this afternoon. And we were talking about Old Dirty, man. If you don't mind for the people, because it was a little distorted, you were talking about the story where he just grabbed the new whip and he was doing some wild stuff. Can you share that for the people again, if you don't mind?
Yeah. There was a time when we had just got paid off the second album, and Dirt Dog went and brought him a 600 Benz, a Money Green 600. It was nice, you know. We was in Manhattan. He was just zipping up and down the block, throwing the keys to everybody, letting everybody test drive it. And you know, later on that night, man, he had got twisted. And, you know, he was driving the car on the sidewalk full speed in Manhattan, bro, just wilding. Like, you know, you from New York, you know, you don't drive no car in the middle of Midtown on the sidewalk. You know, just you asking for the cuffs, you know what I'm saying? But he just wilded out, crashed the car, wrapped the car, you know, on the sidewalk, got out the car, cracked his 40, kept it moving, walked off, and just left the car there like it wasn't his, you know? And that's what type of character Dirty was, you know? Like, he's on the train tomorrow. I'm taking the train back home that night. So, you know, and I was saying, like, you know, me and his relationship, I was more like the you know, I was the voice of reason to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, more of like knowing when he gonna wild out, knowing if he about to swing on somebody, things of that nature. Just trying to get him to, you know, curb his enthusiasm a little bit. You know what I mean? And understand his position in the game. You know, these people love him. You're able to get money, put your music out. You know, take advantage of it, bro. We come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? And like, don't blow the opportunity. I was that dude. You know, and sometimes you don't want to hear that. You know, but it's what you need to hear at the same time. You know, rest in peace to my brother. You know, he's a very smart, intelligent person that schooled me on a lot of, you know, what to look out for when I'm coming in the game and doing these deals with these people. Like, you know, don't let them tell you shit. You know, you tell them what you want. And, you know, just basically lay your own laws. And, you know, and I had to take that with me. You know, when I found out that he passed away, bro, you know, I was stuck for a couple of days because I was just like, I know in my heart, like, damn, you know, if I could have did anything, I know that I tried. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, you know, for the most part, man, you know, I use his life as a blessing in my life as well. Like, you know, I never was heavy on drugs anyway, but, you know, it made me refrain from doing a lot of wild things I used to do. Like, you know, I don't drink. I'm not a beer drinker. I don't drink nearly as much alcohol as I used to, you know, coming up in the game. So, you know, it allowed me to kind of put the brakes on my life and start doing things to better my health, you know?
Right. Now, you were talking about a little bit how you were saying of Old Dirty that like you're already made it, your name is already solidified. Inspectah Deck of the Wu-Tang Clan, I'm attempting to still put my name in those lights in that situation. Did that ever make you feel some kind of way when you look at a Ghostface, Raekwon, Meth? You got all these household names, but it seemed like you and a couple other fellas seemed like they were kind of flying under the radar?
To me, to the public, I could see how they would see it like that. But to me, I'm a household name too. That's how I look at it.
Word up. Word up.
I didn't really have the career solo that they had, but at the same time, you know, as I said, you know, one man's success can't be measured to another man's. You know what I'm saying? Your success is measured by what you have done in your travels, in your time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not meant to be a Ghostface. I'm not meant to be a Method Man. I'm meant to be Inspectah Deck. And my level of success may not match theirs, but it's success nonetheless, you know, coming from where I come from. Now, you know, for me, I was never the type to sell my personality. Like when I was coming up in this, I stayed out the camera's way. Like I was always playing the back, like, you know, letting everybody else talk, because I was still fresh off the block. Like, you know, I was still having fresh charges and seeing parole when we was coming through in the beginning. So, you know, I just was like trying to stay off the radar like that. You know, and in the process, though, you know, when you talk, like I said, Wu-Tang, you got to speak my name. I just was like, you know, as far as I'm trying to do it, bro, I don't want to be the greatest rapper of all time, but I want these dudes to remember me. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember that, yo, he's one of the illest to ever touch the mic. And that's how we listen to hip hop growing up, you know, having debates on who's better, you know, Bismarck or Big Daddy Kane or this one or that one. And, you know, like right now, like when they talk about this genre of music 20 years from now, they still going to be talking about like, yo, you know, Deck was my favorite in the clan. Deck is the most underrated. I'm only underrated because I haven't put out a commercial hit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I was never really looking for that. I always made like mood music. I made what I felt at the time. You know, like there's times when I felt like cash rules everything around me, you know, and then there's other times where I felt like elevation, where, you know, you're tired of the same old shit. You want to elevate to a place past all this, you know, just, I never was afraid to jump out the box. You know, I got songs like The Stereotype and shit like that. Like you could Google that. Mm-hmm. You know, I never was afraid to do what I was feeling, you know what I'm saying? It may not have been the popular thought, but, you know, that's not what I was doing for. I'm not, like I said, I'm not looking to be Nino Brown, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm able to hustle and eat on this block, and I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm hustling, I'm eating off this block. Now, you know, you got some dudes that they'll get the thirst or the urge to want to take over the block. You know what I'm saying? And with that come repercussions, bro. Like, I never looked at myself as wanting to be the most gangster rapper, the richest, with all the ice, things of that nature. Like, I just was like, yo, I'm making music for the people like me that grew up like me, you know, listening to the Awesome Two, Special K and Teddy Ted, you know, WHBI, that's New York City, you know, Stretch and Bobito, making them tapes, you know, pause button tapes and things of that nature. Like that's a whole culture before everybody was getting money. Like if you let social media tell it, bro, nobody got issues right now, man. Everybody's rich. Everybody got haters. I want to be you. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't driving this, you ain't driving. If you ain't wearing this, you ain't rocking nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's letting everybody else put the standard on them. You know, and then the ones who come out and do create their own standard, we look at them as they weird, they strange, because they not conforming to the norm. Like, you know, there's a lot of shit in society is backwards, bro. But you know, you can't. You know, who are you to change it? Like, you know what I'm saying? All you can do is spark the ones who listen to you, who you know, for me, people respect my words all the way out to Croatia. You know, I could run into somebody in Croatia that know my album word for word, can't speak no English. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I've done my job touching people. bro. Like my reach goes far. Am I this? It's like I'm Marvin when Smokey was telling everybody to shop around on Motown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Smokey Robinson told his mama told him you better shop around. Marvin was out there talking about stop the war. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like